So I'm with my client Chris here, and we're just gonna go over an action plan because he wants to make some lifestyle changes in his life. So pretty much, I took some results, so some anthropometric results here, and I just have them on the computer screen. So we took his weight, height, and we did a BMI calculation on him. And so right now your weight, you're so 82 kilograms or 180 pounds. Your height would be 5'6". And then so your BMI, we do weight times height in kgs and centimeters. So you have a body mass index of 28.4. And if you look on, we have this results chart here. So you're classified as overweight. So that gives you your BMI, you're at an increased health risk, which means that if you don't make any lifestyle changes soon, that you'll be going down the road to obesity, and we don't want that. So that's why you're here today. We're trying to get you off that path and onto a healthier lifestyle. So moving on, so what your BMI is, so yeah, basically that's again your weight times your height, and then that's your BMI. We also did your waist circumference. So your waist circumference is over 100 centimeters or 39 inches. So on the chart here, we have waist circumference for men for your age is, if it's over 100, you're at a very high risk. So your BMI to waist circumference ratio is you're at a very high risk for leading towards obesity, which can have a whole bunch of health complications on its own right there. So we're trying to stay away from that. So the things we can do, so to make an action plan for that, we're gonna go towards a preparation. So your stage of change would be preparation, so behavioral changes. So what that means basically is that you're gonna be preparing to make those lifestyle changes to lose weight, feel healthier, feel good about yourself, right? So pretty much, so a few examples of being in that preparation stage would be maybe you can start reading some health books about eating right, changing to a healthier lifestyle. You can start maybe doing like half an hour of walking, or take the stairs during work or something like that. And then maybe just change your eating habits. So stay away from high fat, sugars, drink more water, all that. But we'll get into that stuff a bit later. All right, so we just finished going through our BMI and everything. So I'm gonna take you through the Canada's Food Guide now. So I just have it on the screen here. So pretty much when we want to focus on weight loss, you can look through the Canadian Food Guide as a reference guide pretty much. So it has here healthy food choices. So basically what you want to be doing is eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, whole grains. You want to eat foods with high protein, so like chicken. You can, and what you want to do is get a lot of protein from plants, so plant-based proteins. And then also for things like fats, you want to make sure you're eating like good fats. So you want to stay away from trans fats, saturated fats. You want to try to stay away from high sodium on the food label. You want to try to stay away from things that have high sugars. So pretty much ideally you want to limit, so eat things in moderation. So you want to limit the amount of things you eat. So with weight loss, we want to try to restrict the calories. So even if that means eating less and in small amounts, that would help you with weight loss a lot more, right? What we also want to focus on is drinking a lot of water. So say if you're out or something, maybe substitute your pop for water or something. You just want to have less carbonated drinks because those have sugars in them, right? So you want to try to stay away from sugars. And then so moving on, also just look at your food labels, and just to make sure that you're eating the right things. And then so yeah, we're moving on to our eating habits. So yeah, basically be mindful of what you're eating. So if anything, we all eat fast food and stuff, right? So you want to try to, more often than not, stay away from fast foods, like McDonald's, whatever. You want to try to eat less of that, because that's how you get those high saturated fats, those high sodiums, and that's how we're getting those high calorie intakes. So we want to cut that down and try to maybe be making a lot of your food at home. So you want to be having those home cooked meals. Make sure you're reading what kind of ingredients you're using so that you're not ruining your health plan here. So yeah, basically cooking more often. Enjoy what you eat. Like again, we all eat fast food, but it's just in moderation, right? So that's it for our Canadian food guide. So what we're gonna move on to is our 2 CSEP path tools. So these tools I have here, the barriers to physical activity and our inventory of lifestyle needs and physical activity preferences. So we'll start off first with our barriers to physical activity. So basically we have a few questions here. It's 2 pages and we'll go through this together. And it's basically from a scale of 1 to 10. So you'll rate each thing from 1 to 10 here, and then it'll just give us an idea of what things might help you, what things might be preventing you from starting physical activity, because that's it's a really important thing in your life to start making that health change so you can lose weight and start leading a healthier lifestyle. So 1 being not important, 10 being very important. So we'll do the first page here. So previous negative experiences with physical activity. So do you have, like, from 1 to 10, what would you think that would be?
I would give it like a 1 or a 2.
Alright, so important. Not very important. So yeah, there hasn't been any negative experiences with physical activity. What about lack of time?
I'll give it more on the 6 or 7.
6
range.
or 7, yeah. Okay, awesome. Have other areas in your life that you feel that take a priority in your day? So say like, you work too much or you have school, so it's just whatever kind of distracts you from being able to get that physical activity in the day. What would you say?
Yeah, I would probably put that up at the 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
With the lack of time, they kind of go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then next we have costs. So maybe it's too expensive for a gym membership, or you're just not financially stable for membership, whatever. What would you say cost would be?
I would say a 7 or 8.
7 or 8, all right. And then we have moving on to lack of energy. So from 1 to 10, what would you say having a lack of energy prevents you from being physically active?
Let's say about an 8.
An 8, okay. Lack of knowledge, so pretty much you maybe want to start going to the gym, but you just don't know where to start or where to begin, how to lift this or what machine does what. What would you say your lack of knowledge would be?
Give it about a 4.
4, okay. And then moving on, we have motivation, so lack of motivation, so you're just not really up to be working out, or you just don't feel like it. What would you say that would be?
Give it probably about an 8 or a 9.
8 or 9, okay. And lack of skill, so it's probably kind of the same as knowledge, but yeah, like what would you say the lack of skill would be?
Maybe about a 2.
2, okay. Feeling uncomfortable or intimidated in the gym?
About a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, 2, okay, so not really important. Fear of injury or re-injuring something?
1.
1, okay, so that's good. So no injuries, so you'll be able to start training, no problem. And then a fear of making an existing condition worse, so you don't have any previous injuries, right? So what would you say? About a 1, so not important. And then so body image, so how do you see your body? Is that something that prevents you from doing physical activity?
It's about a 2 or 3.
2 or 3,
so much.
Not really important. Okay. And almost there. So failure to reach goals in past attempts. So maybe you were working out before and you didn't really see the results you were looking for. Is that something that's important to you right now? Or?
No, probably about a 1.
1? Okay, no problem. So know that you can achieve the goals, and so why bother? So yeah, pretty much you're thinking this is a waste of time. So
yeah,
is that something important to you? Like you think you're wasting your time with this, or?
No, I would put it a 1.
1, okay, yeah, because what you want, our goal here is for weight loss, right? So we want that to be important, right? All right, we'll do a few more on the second page. Lack of access to opportunities such as like nearby facilities. So is distance a problem for you, or?
No, I would say a 1.
Not really? Okay, awesome. And we'll do 2 more here. So do you talk yourself out of going to the gym, or you feel like you would be fine in that area?
I think I'd be fine.
Yeah,
about a 1 or
1?
2.
Okay. And then let's see, we'll put so lack of a partner. Do you feel like working out on your own is something you would do, or do you think you'd be motivated to go to the gym if you had someone with you?
I'd probably prefer to go if I had someone with me.
All right, so lack of a partner is pretty important then.
Yeah.
All right, so probably what would you say?
About a 7 or an 8.
7, awesome. All right, so that's just a few questions from the barriers to physical activity with the client here. So those are definitely some things we can work on and incorporate it to making a program in the future for you. So moving on, we'll do our CSET path inventory of lifestyle needs and physical activity preferences. So this is just a checklist of a few things that can change in his lifestyle, and so yeah, we'll just go through this list here. So I feel is important to me too, so just read through this and maybe just shout out a few things that you feel are important to you in the list here.
I would say like the people I'm with,
Mm-hmm.
be in a group, improve my health, feel confident, learn something, relax, enjoy the outdoors, have fun, enjoy myself, be praised, be physically active. Yeah,
That's about it?
That's most of them, yeah.
All right, awesome. So what would you say the 3 most important lifestyle needs out of these ones would be?
I would say the 3 most important would be have fun and enjoy myself,
Mm-hmm.
like the people I'm with,
Yep.
and improve my health.
Okay. All right, and then so these are just a list of potential physical activities that you could do. So out of this list, pick 3 that you would think satisfy these lifestyle needs, the 3 important ones here.
Probably choose soccer.
Okay.
Lots of people played soccer growing up. It would be hard to find a group and have fun with them.
Okay.
I would also say maybe golf. It seems like it's relaxing for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And camping, maybe.
Camping?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that's the inventory of lifestyle needs and physical activity preferences. So pretty much when we're thinking of going through making a program for you, so we'll incorporate all these things when I design a program for you, and this will greatly improve the accuracy of the plan to help you start the weight loss journey, and especially with the Canadian Food Guide, kind of give you an idea of what kind of foods you should be eating, because physical activity is only half of weight loss. It's also making sure you're eating properly. So this is definitely a good kind of reference for that. And same thing with these path tools. So those are pretty helpful for kind of figuring out where you're at for performing physical activity and like what kind of interests you like. So we'll be able to make a program that you'll enjoy and then get you on the road to that weight loss. So that's pretty much it for the counseling, and so yeah, we'll do that for our program and hopefully design a good one for him.